San Jose! We want rent control! We want San Jose!
Recent rent control petitions in San Jose have caused an issue to spark between renters and landlords. Many renters find themselves unable to pay such high prices, leaving renters to leave their homes. Many families of four who make only $50,000 or less find themselves in some trouble. Many people living off minimum wage cannot afford to pay such high prices for rent. From 2009 to 2015, inflation-adjusted rents in San Jose rose by 32.2%. That has left the majority of San Jose tenants paying more than 30% of their income on rent. Renters find it unfair and unjust to raise rent to such a high price. The average starting rent for a two-bedroom apartment in San Jose is $3,000. In order to pay that high rent, renters must earn $52 an hour or make $100,000 a year. Many low-income families find it difficult on their families to be working all the time. Landlords who own the apartment complexes say they do not make enough money to maintain these properties, so they have to charge such high prices. Renting households have lost over $1,600 a year, while rent has shot up substantially. This claim of not making enough money will not cut it anymore. Renters deserve a fair chance as well. In this next video, the landlord shown lives in an amazing home in Los Gatos, while he leaves his tenants in a pet-infested and moldy apartment. Many renters do have to suffer with this, while their landlord lives in an amazing home somewhere else.
A San Jose landlord and many of his tenants on Rexford Way say their units are infested with mold, cockroaches,
There's one sitting right there.
and one renter claims hers is infested with mice. Meanwhile, Lusich lives beyond these gates in this Los Gatos home. You guys are familiar with Michael Lusich, aren't you?
Correct. We have had a good amount of complaints over the years from his building.
She says Lusich is being given time to resolve recent code violations from earlier this month. But KPIX5 also reached out to the city's housing department after a couple tenants told us Lusich allegedly evicted them, then told them they could only stay if they signed a new lease as a new tenant. Their rent would increase by several hundred.
I can take my $2,200 and go somewhere else. That won't be cockroach infested or moldy water.
Landlords have to specifically state what is the reason of the eviction. So to ask somebody to leave and then to allow them to come back in and pay a higher rent would be a violation of that ordinance.
With rent in San Jose becoming so high, it makes for unhealthy trade-offs, such as overcrowding. San Jose has among the highest rates of overcrowding in any place in Santa Clara County. 16% of San Jose renter households live in overcrowded homes. This is defined as more than one person per room. Most renters live with family members to make ends meet, so this leaves many residents in San Jose without privacy in their own home or the liberty of relaxing because so many people live under one roof. The next video clip will show you what San Jose renters have to go through in order to make rent payments and what happens when landlords raise the rent unexpectedly.
Folks are already struggling to pay the rent where it is right now, piling into homes, ending up on the street. We got a text today about somebody whose rent is getting increased in January, and she's having an anxiety attack. She has a young child, lives with her mother. She doesn't know what to do. This is happening every day.
Rent control ordinance in San Jose would stop unjust eviction of renters. For example, some ordinances allow landlords to evict tenants only for just cause. Under these ordinances, the landlord must state and provide a valid reason for terminating a month-to-month tenancy. Many landlords will threaten to kick out renters for not paying a new rent that may be more than the legal amount. Many renters will not speak on their living conditions as well for fear of being kicked out. With new rent ordinances, or with enforcing the ones we have now, renters will feel safer to talk about how they live so they can make changes happen. Rent control needs to be better enforced in San Jose so renters can feel safer to speak up. Let's stop neglecting this issue of rent control in San Jose. We need to give a voice to the renters of San Jose, so we need to come together and make a change.
We are San Jose! We want rent control!